This is a brief Draw My Life video where I'll be explaining how psychology, sociology, and anthropology has shaped my personality and me as an individual in society. It all started in the place of my birth, Singapore. I was born at Gleneagles Hospital, Singapore on the 22nd of December 1998. From this moment on, my life was very much shaped by my parents and ancestry. As I grew up through the years, my parents have passed down genes and traits, as well as indirectly teaching us about values, beliefs, and culture, which they have passed down from their ancestors before them. As I am the offspring of my parents, I am passed down genes. This means that I have traits of Chinese women with dark hair and eyes, pale skin, but also family characteristics, like how I have my father's nose. As my parents have lived in Asia Pacific, Europe, and America, I am able to have a taste of different cultures. However, these beliefs stay the same in Western or Chinese culture, as they include honesty, integrity, and respect for others. They taught me to be disciplined in the way I approach life and the way I act and interact with people. They believe and teach us about a Chinese idea of filial piety, meaning the respect for oneself, parents, and ancestry. At the age of 5, I moved to Perth, Western Australia, which was one of the most defining moments of my life as I was able to absorb and learn a new culture face on. Having a mix of Chinese and Western values, it has helped me to look at things in all different perspectives. I've made a lot of friends who have become my virtual community whom I associate with. However, in 2011, my father decided to make a move to Hong Kong. At this point, I was very used to the culture and lifestyle in Perth that I could not get used to Hong Kong, and I underwent depression for a year. The reason I was able to overcome my depression a year later was the day I received my grade 8 first term report card. To me, it symbolized a way to move forward from being upset about moving and setting my mind to something else. I found that during my time at CDNAS, I was able to understand myself more and learn about my family ancestry. Through psychology, I am able to explore how my birth order, nature, and nurture has helped shape my personality. As I was the last born, there are certain attributes and characteristics that affect who I am today. The youngest child of the family always tends to be the most free-spirited, due to the parents being less harsh towards parenting the second time around. This means that the last child would usually be fun-loving, uncomplicated, manipulative, outgoing, attention-seeking, and self-centered. Though I would hate to admit this, but I agree on some of these traits. I feel that my birth order really does shape me as a person, and my personality traits are vaguely similar to that of the last born. As a child, I liked being at the center of attention, which developed my interactive skills. However, as I've grown up, I don't want to be in the center of attention all the time. I was always talkative and friendly to everyone since I was a kid. This could be attributed to the fact that I thrive on friendship, as I feel more comfortable in a bigger group. I'm an extrovert within society. Extroverts enjoy being with people, seek center stage, talk more, talk faster and louder, think aloud, interrupt and finish other people's sentences, jump from one subject to another, prefer verbal communication, enthusiastic demeanor, more animated, easily distracted, and act first and think later. But this description describes me very well. I feel more energized when I'm socially interacting with others. I feel like this has a major impact on my personality and shows how I interact socially with others in sports, school life, and skills. I think that collective behavior affects me on a larger scale, as I feel that rational decision theory is a very important factor that will help people understand me within society. The rational decision theory assumes that people make rational decisions in life whether or not to participate in collective behavior. The motivating factor for the individual is almost always based on self-interest. Although I like to think that I am always thinking about society and what I can do to help society, people in general are usually selfish. When I say that this theory relates to me a lot as an individual, I meant that I always try to better myself and try to work extremely hard, and in time this can benefit others. However, this does not mean that I am always thinking about myself. I care and appreciate the people around me. My first primary group is my family. This includes my parents and my older brother. My dad is an architect and my mother did marketing but is now a housewife. I am expected to follow the rules, values, and principles that my parents have taught me over the years growing up. My second primary group is my close friends. They expect me to be a good friend in a way where I should always be there for them when they need me the most. As I participate in a lot of extracurricular activities in and out of school, such as ballet, touch and tackle rugby teams, track and field team, sculpt art, and environmental clubs, these secondary groups allow me to interact socially outside my friendship group. I have friends in Australia that I talk to once in a while. They used to be my close friends, and they still are. However, we have all drifted apart when I moved away from Australia to Hong Kong, as it is really difficult living in two different countries. In conclusion, psychology, sociology, and anthropology has affected my life in many different ways. Through psychology, nature versus nurture, and birth order, and extroversion has helped shape my personality. Through sociology, collective behavior and primary groups has shaped me as an individual and how I interact socially. Through anthropology, I've been passed down traits, genes through my ancestry, as well as being taught values, beliefs, and culture.